British politics. The outpouring continues of grief, as do the tributes and the memorials for slain British MP David Amess, 69 years old, fatally stabbed on Friday morning. At the time we were on the air, we were bringing you that breaking news during a meeting with his constituents at a church in Leigh-on-Sea. We'll see an extension of those tributes in the British House of Commons as it returns from a 3-week break. Most regular business being replaced with a special session to honor Amess. Prime Minister Boris Johnson will lead that session. Tessa Arcilia is in London, and she is covering that for us this morning. Tessa, what is happening, if you would, with respect to these tributes and the to the slain MP?
Indeed. There will be tributes are continuing. First of all, where the site of that killing happened in his constituency, people still go back to the place, lay flowers and pay tribute to him. And here behind me is the British Parliament and the House of Commons. The MPs will be gathering in just about an hour or so today to pay tribute to him. And Heather, they are setting aside all their political differences. Usually debates happen in this institution behind me, but today they are united in paying tribute to Sir David Amess. A lot of them highlighting the fact that he was a hard worker, very much focused on his community. So they will be holding that inside the House of Commons, after which there will be a service, a memorial in a nearby church for him. Now, Heather, after the initial shock of what happened to Sir David Amess on Friday, his death, now there are questions about how safe politicians really are, especially in light of what many MPs are saying is an environment where they get a lot of abuse and a lot of threats. Now, just to give you a picture of the kind of threats these MPs receive, there have been 678 criminal crime reports against MPs between 2016 and 2020. And Sir David Amess was the second MP to be killed while talking to his constituency after Joe Cox in 2016. So this happened in very similar ways. And I think a lot of them are questioning, we want to be close to the people, but we are also vulnerable and in danger. So what can be done in terms of security? Take a listen to what House Speaker Lindsay Hoyle said about this.
We've got to do the right thing, and that we've got to make the best come out of this hideous killing of our colleague. And what I would say is that we will look at all different measures.
And another thing, Heather, importantly, that was brought up is the kind of discourse happening, the political extremes in terms of conversation. Now, David Amess himself had very controversial opinions. He was pro-Brexit, anti-abortion, but it wasn't his opinion. It was the way he communicated those opinions. They say it was not in an aggressive way. So this is the kind of environment that MPs are saying they were hoping people would engage in, rather than the kind of embittered political divide on many divisive issues, Heather. So this is definitely a soul-searching moment for a lot of politicians and the greater society as well.
Tessa, immediately after this happened, police took a young man into custody, 25 years old, arrested now on suspicion of murder. What is the latest on the investigation?
That investigation continues, Heather. He is being held in custody under the Terrorism Act. They're looking into links into that, but some of the working ideas that being reported in the media is that he was radicalized, self-radicalized online, and this is bringing to light another problem, the radicalization that happens online. And I think one of the suggestions of the Home Secretary is to prevent anonymous posting online that are abusive and threatening to MPs. This man, the 25-year-old man named Ali Haber Ali, is known to counterterrorism police. In fact, 6 years ago, he was referred to the PREVENT program. This is an anti-radicalization program. But at the end of the day, the question is, how do you actually monitor every single individual that may have been linked somewhat to extremist views? I think that is a very difficult question that authorities are having to deal with now, and what measures they have to put in place. Heather?
Tessa, thank you very much. Tessa Arcilia is with us just across the Thames from Westminster, and these scenes from just moments ago, the flag, the Union Jack atop Westminster being lowered in honor of the MP David Amess.